Hey everybody, welcome. I didn't see my little thing say go live, so I'm hoping it's on. I hope everybody's having a great day today, or at least better than I am having with this camera. The joys of technology is always fun. So if you are on, let me know, leave me a message, because again, I didn't see if it went live. So I'm hoping, or I'll just talk to myself. But I hope everybody's having a great Thursday. And okay, I just want to make sure. So yeah, if you can see me, please message me, so I do know that you can see me. So all right, so every day we come to you live, and you know, this is for you guys. We can talk about what we want to talk about, and I can have a game plan and all that. But if there's something you guys want to see and I have it, then we're going to talk about it. If I don't have it, I'll get it for next time and we'll talk about it. You know, it's super important to make sure that we're utilizing these. Hey guys, thank you so much for saying hello, because I didn't know if I was live. But I want you guys to utilize these so they're useful. I mean, I can talk all day about makeup and about Luminous, but I want them to be useful for you guys. So if there is product you want to see, let me know. I'm going to put the times below when we are on. And so if you're unable to come during these times when it's live, then you can always watch them afterwards as well. Hello, Tamberly. Hello, Patty. True Seeker is asking about X Out and Eraser, which I can talk about. So let me get those. Whoop. Where did my X Out go? Hold on. I'm finding my X Out. Is that the one that fell? Where's my X Out? Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah, we can talk about these. I am going to talk about how to block the shine or the like the sweat. I went out, so I'm in one of my extra bedrooms, and yeah, Brenda, we've been having trouble with YouTube, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Who knows? Honestly, I really don't know. That's why we weren't here earlier in the week, because we were having issues. So if you are having hiccups, maybe go out and come back in. I don't know, girl. We are on it, and to figure out what happened, because I couldn't even log into my personal YouTube page today either. So I don't know what's going on. So real quick, let's talk about, well, let's start from the very beginning. Let's go over what you get in your kit, because that's one thing that we do talk about every single time. This is our starter, one of the starter kits. This has the Icon. We also have the Icon Pro and the Legend. So regardless of whatever system you do have, they all operate the same. So you know, you don't have to watch another one to see if that, you know, if that's put on differently. It's all put on the same. And it does come with 2 bottles of foundation. We give you the 2 bottles of foundation so you can color match. So you can match 365 days a year. And being that this is your starter kit, think of this as your practice kit, because we want to make sure that you're practicing. There is a learning curve, so don't expect to be, you know, perfect the very first time. It's going to take some practice. And we do give you the step-by-step on that as well. So I want you to do the following things. And the first thing is get it out of the box. Just get it out of the box. That's the biggest thing, is to get it out of the box and use it. So hold on, I'm gonna take this banner off real quick so you can see everything. Is get it out of the box and just use it. I mean, even when you plug it in, turn it on and just use that air. Number one, the air feels amazing, but it's almost like a little spa treatment. It feels so good. But if you close your eyes and just feel that air that's going around, think of the air as the bristles to your brush. because wherever the air is going, that is where the makeup's going. And so that is your indication of where the makeup will be applied. So the stylist is very precise. It's going to blend for you. It puts the makeup on. Nothing is being released until you pull back on this trigger. So you can sit there all day and feel that air, but nothing will be released until you pull back on that trigger. And that's the other thing you do want to practice, along with keeping it 4 finger widths away, keep the stylus moving, and then barely pull back on that trigger. You want very little makeup going on. This is not like traditional makeup. So if you're expecting it to be applied like traditional makeup or look like traditional makeup, it's not going to. It's going to be better. And so definitely know that going in, because if you pull back too hard on that trigger because you're like, oh, nothing's coming out, then it's going to be too much and it's not going to look airbrush. Okay. So back to our eraser and X out. These two, you'll want to pick one or the other. I have both, and I would suggest you get both, because there are times I wake up, and actually the reason why I'm so hot, I'm in my little office and I was like, I got to get out. Like, I just got to get outside. So I went outside for a little bit, walked the dog, walking back in, I see some weeds and I'm like, oh, let me just pull this. Pulling weeds is kind of addicting, because then I was like, oh, I got to get that and that. I was sweating. It was so hot outside. So, if they're date, I'm like, okay, well, now I know what I'll be doing this weekend. So on those days that maybe I'm just going to be working in the yard, I might just use eraser with my foundation, where it just gives me the lightest of pre-coverage. It only comes in one shade. You'll spray it on those problem areas, and then only on those problem areas, and then go to the foundation. Now, X out comes in 3 different colors, fair, medium, and deep. It's for X out dark circles. However, I don't feel you should go back and forth. So it's going to give you a little more coverage, but you can use it underneath the eyes, even on the lids, blend it out. If you have, like I have sunspots, I would use it here too. And then I can put the foundation on over that. So because I'm all about using less makeup, less time, but looking flawless. So I wouldn't switch back and forth. I would pick what kind of coverage you're going to want for that day, what mood you're in, what's going to tickle your fancy, and go from there. Because if you're like, no, I want to, okay, let's step it up a bit, then you're going to go for X out. But if you're like, I just don't want to scare children, or whatever, then I'll go for eraser. Or at least that's how I view it. All right. So now I'm going to I want to start talking about how to control that shine, how to control the heat that we're in right now. And the first thing I'm spraying, because I'm hot, spraying some rose water on my face. So there are a couple of ways, which I'm getting all of this out, to work on that. And this is all going to depend on your skin. Honestly, it will. It will depend on your skin and how you react to whatever the conditions are outside. Because, even sweating, which girls don't sweat, we listen. Some people, their eyelids sweat. Some people, they'll get, a little sweaty right here. Mine are my cheeks. So there are ways that we can control all of that. So you can pick and choose what you want, what areas you want to hit, things like that. So after you put your moisturizer on and you're letting that soak in, if you do use a regular, like the AM lotion, or if you use another one, you would let that soak in. And then we have some options. First one is Velvet Veil. Now, the Velvet Veil is taking it up a notch, period. But it does have the little dropper in here, but honestly, I take it out and I do this. And I slide that on and then start tapping it out. And then the other side. And I'm putting this on where I need it. Now, if you want to, you can put it all over your face. Along with helping to keep you matte looking, if you do get shiny and things like that, it's going to help with redness. It's going to help minimize pores and wrinkles and crinkles. So it does a lot more than control your shine. Controlling the shine is just basically an added bonus with it. And so that's why I love that one, just because it makes you look amazing. But it does, like, I have redness here, but then my pores are larger here, and it really does hide that. Oh, Patty loves the CC concealer. I do too. That's one of my go-to. And I can even wear that CC concealer with nothing, like with like just use the CC concealer. Another, you know, like if it's just a light day, I can. Brenda, there is chatting. It was all in the beginning. Now it's coming back. So I don't know. All right. So along with that, another thing you can do is I'm going to use this. And if you're asking what this is, so Brenda, can you see Patty? Patty just messaged and said, can you see me, Brenda? That was very sweet. So this is our translucent powder. It comes in a compact. I love this because it is finely granulated, meaning it's milled several times. So it's not going to enhance wrinkles and crinkles. It actually is just like a light dusting that goes on and is very, okay, good. Brenda can see everybody now. It's just a light dusting that goes on. So you can actually powder first before doing your airbrush. So I have my little brush here. Again, focusing in those areas that you do get shiny. You know where I start sweating is like right here, my hairline. So let's focus on that. Right there. Okay. So just a little bit, not too much, but just stepping it up a little bit. A lot of times we don't talk about how you can powder beforehand. Now I will go in and I'm going to use X out to show you how it works. Now I'm using the medium. Let me make sure. Yeah, I'm using the medium. And I'm going to start. I hope that was about 4 drops. Might be more. You probably only need like 3. All right, so now I'll go in and I'm going to start. Sorry, guys. Let me move that. All right. I start my movement before releasing that trigger. Hold on, I'm going to. I forgot to take this guy off. I think you can. I'll just leave that up because you can still see me. All right. So I have this. My drops are in here. I'm going to use it underneath my eyes. I already have some stuff on my eyes, so I'm not going to worry about on top. And then I'm going to start under my eyes, blend it down, blend it on my nose, blend it in those areas that I need my coverage. Okay. So moving it, now pulling back on the trigger. I can feel it's being released. Now I'm going to go back and make another pass at this. So it's not where I need it now, but you got to keep moving. You got to keep moving. If I stayed underneath my eyes and did it until it's the coverage that I want, then it would look too cakey. Then you're applying it like traditional makeup and not like airbrush. So you go back and you make a pass. Closer view. Girl, my face is all up in here. Can you see? I know this is kind of a tricky thing, Brenda, because I know you're wanting to see it, and I don't know if you want to see it go on, but actually you won't see it go on because that is how light you are spraying. So, and I don't want to mess with, I'll get closer, which all I see is my big old face. But what if you go back and look, you will see a huge difference from when I started. I mean, already I can see a huge difference. My sunspots that are normally out are softer. They're not 100% gone, but they will be. So each time I'm doing something, the Velvet Veil gave me a little, it hid some things. Then the powder is going to as well. And now I'm starting with the eraser or X out. And so that's going to give me coverage too. So what'll happen, it's almost like magic. It's almost where you're like, what is she doing? She's just moving that thing around her face. Is she releasing any makeup? But then all of a sudden my face is flawless. So that's similar to how it goes, but I will go. And I hope you can hear the spray as well. Is that better? So again, X out is going to be a little more flesh color because it does come in the 2 different shades. All right, eraser or X out is done. Now, let's go in and do some blush. So I'll do Tulip Blush. And I'm doing blush first because I like a softer blush. Our blush is, oh, you want to see the angle? So you're always, and that's a good, it just brings up something else. Your stylus is always pointed right at you, level. Okay. Now, when I go under my eyes, I do angle it down a tiny, tiny bit, but make sure you, when you're doing this, it's always wherever you're spraying is like, this is here, it's, I'm getting this area. I'm moving my head, now I'm getting this area. It needs to be straight on. If you go at an, like if I'm doing it this way, it's blowing there. So always make sure, boom, that it's right there, right at you. All right. So now that I'm doing blush, I'm just going to put my hair behind my ears. I don't care if it makes me look crazy. I'm now doing blush. It is straight on to my cheek. Okay. Start my movement. Now pulling back. I feel that coolness. I already can see a little bit, but now I'm switching to the other side. Again, not going there until I get it to where I want it. I want to give it a second and then come over here. Okay, felt it again. Now I'm going back over here. Again, airbrush straight on. And there we go. All right. So you do want to make sure that you are straight on. You have to keep it level. So if you're new, put that cap. It does come with that little cap. Definitely use the cap because for any reason, if you, and I've seen this so many times, people la, 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 and then they lay down their stylus and then all that makeup is going to fall out. So if you're new, definitely put the cap on because then you don't have to worry if you're like, but that's why going back to these things here, practicing with the air, moving it around your face. That is how you can practice and you're keeping it level. Okay, so I already have blush on. I have the pre-coverage with the X out. And now I'm going to use a shimmer. I think I'm going to use the, I think this is the diamond. Or is that the pearl? That was the pearl. Let's use that one. if I can get it. I haven't used these. And I want to make sure. Let's make sure. See which one I get the BB moving faster. Anything with a shimmer is going to have a heavier pigmentation. So make sure you shake them up. If you haven't used it in a while, or if it's sticking like this, a good 30 seconds. You want to make sure that you're shaking it up. There we go. Got my BBs moving. So now I have diamond, and I'm putting like, I put 3, definitely don't need that much. All right, so now I'm going to apply the diamond in this high cheekbone area here. Look at that. Woo, I love the shine. Now, even if you got this a little shiny and you're like, oh, I look like a disco ball, it's okay because we still haven't done the foundation. All right, can y'all see that shine? Mashama. These are luminizers. They come in some great colors. We have diamond, pearl, rose gold. Which one am I missing? Amber, rose gold, diamond, pearl. I know I'm missing one. Rose gold, diamond, pearl. There's 5. Why am I missing one? There's 5. Oh wait, you know what? I think we even have a slide on that. Let me see. Oh, here they are. There we go. So amber, rose gold, pearl, gold. That's the one I was missing. And diamond. And you can see them on the different skin tones. They are amazing, guys. They really, truly are amazing. Love them. Now, obviously, you're not going to spray them this heavy, but they're beautiful. They're truly beautiful. All right, so now that we have the foundation done, or I'm sorry, now we're going to do the foundation since we have everything done for the most part. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I brought in Mystic, and Mystic is our full coverage foundation. So I'm going to put my drops right in there. Now when I say full coverage, all of our foundations are going to give you full coverage. But Mystic, I mean, if you do enough passes, right? So with Mystic, it's a higher pigment load. So you maybe can get full coverage in less passes. So now I'm going to take my shade 3. Start at my forehead. And I make one complete pass. Hey, Jacqueline, how are you? One complete pass. Then I can stop and I can see where I need my coverage. This is already getting to where I want it. It's starting to get muted. I won't say muted, but blended. That diamond is not as strong and not as powerful. So if I want that die down even a little bit more, I can go back over it. Yes, Jacqueline, we are great. We're excited to be on again. We're having some issues with the U, and I don't know actually if it was. I don't know if it's YouTube or the Googs. I don't want to say it out loud because I'm afraid they're listening to me, and if I say something bad, they'll cut me off. You know how that goes. All right, I think right now I'm just going to put on lip conditioner. But see how nice and blended? Now also, because I did the Velvet Veil, I did my powder beforehand, that's going to keep me matte. But I was able to add my shine where I wanted it and where I wanted to see it, and not worry if I get hot or sweaty or glistening that, you know, I'll start shining somewhere else. It will help control that, and then I'm able to make adjustments for that. So there you go. All right, guys. Hey, we're going to be back. I will be back at 4 o'clock today. And we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Again, if there's anything you guys want to see, let me know, and we can talk about it. All right. We can definitely. Oh, wait. One thing I wanted to point out is the final seal. This bad boy is a must right now. It is so hot. And the fact you have to wear a mask. Hello, use this. You can actually just spray it on the bottom half, like nose area, and then you really don't have to worry about makeup coming off or anything like that when you're using it. So that's what I would suggest. All right, guys, I'll see you back here in an hour and a half. All right, we'll be back here at 4 o'clock Central Time. All right, bye for now.